Gonna make a video on the commodities. I was on vacation this weekend, so didn't take a laptop with me, but went to the beach. About froze my butt off. It was pretty cold in Destin this weekend, but so looking at Bitcoin. Back to reality. Back to work. Bitcoin still got the commercial money in. They did sell off some last week, but not terribly. You're still in the buy zone, according to that. Look at cocoa. It's on a 7 count going up. So most of the time that goes to a 9, possibly a 13 like it did over here, then sold off. Let me turn some of that stuff off so you can see a little bit better. Turn that moving averages off. What else? Yeah, I like leaving that other stuff on. So ideally you want it above this blue line on your futures. That they've been selling probably this whole rally. Yeah, looks like way over here they started selling over here. Usually as it's going up, they're getting out. They slowly sell out of their position until they get over here, then they start accumulating as it goes back down, usually. Crude oil is, they accumulated more in crude oil, so they're anticipating some kind of rally in crude oil. I would anticipate that as well, but for now, you don't have your price bar flip. You don't have your 1 count going up confirmed on a weekly basis yet. Like you see over here, you got it right here. Once it prints your 1 bar at the end of the week, that'd be a Friday, confirmed, then usually you're going to get a pretty good rally, especially if you've got accumulation from the commercial money. So cotton, yeah, they're selling cotton. I would anticipate cotton to go down. It's already rolled over this week, nearly 3%. What's today? Wednesday? I think Wednesday. The dollar index, they started selling the dollar, so that's coming down this week. Now, usually that makes stocks and crypto and commodities go up. As far as gold futures, yeah, it's going up. Gold's going up this week. It's on a price bar flip. You don't have the accumulation. You don't have the commercial money buying heavily yet. So I'd probably leave gold alone. But let's see. What about copper? What's copper doing? That's a good economic indicator. It's actually on bar number 2 going up. Went up 4% last week. It's a pretty good rally. You've got some commercial money. It's in the buy zone. I don't see a problem with copper. Looks pretty good, actually. Heating oil, they're out of heating oil. Let's see, how about coffee? Coffee, that's kind of a thin market, I think, but it doesn't trade a whole lot of volume. I think it's what Larry Williams said. It's kind of hard to trade it, but live cattle, they're definitely selling live cattle. It's time to get out of live cattle. That's my opinion, not financial advice, but usually when you see getting close to a 9 count and the commercial money's getting out, it's time to hit the eject button, in my professional opinion. But I'm not a professional, but I don't do this for a living yet. So take everything what I say, take a grain of salt and a shot of tequila, because I'm definitely not a financial advisor. So I'm just going over what I would do if I was taking a trade at the current time. Somebody's got a gun to your head, says you either got to buy or sell or pass. You can always pass on it. You don't have to trade something. I've learned, some days you go long, some days you go short, some days you just take the day off and go fishing, or do whatever you like to do. Walk the dog, whatever you like to do. Platinum, platinum's pretty thin. Let's see. Silver futures. The big money's not in silver. They are accumulating. They have been accumulating for most of, pretty much all of 2024 so far, but you're not in the buy zone yet. So until you get in the buy zone on the commercial money, I can't justify taking that trade. The Dow Jones mini futures, they finally fixed this on symbolic, but the commercial money's out. They have started accumulating, so I would anticipate this to roll over sometime in the near future and go down. Where it's going to bounce, who knows? I mean, it could bounce off this 36,970. It could come down to this 35,000, 34,900. Probably somewhere in there. Good, 36,000 is a good round number. Somewhere in that zone where I would anticipate a bounce. I don't think we're going to have a major crash or nothing, but we're due for a small correction. It's just a little take a little breather. Your bonds, the commercial money's out. They started selling over here. They were all in right here. You got your rally, and the whole time during the rally, I'm sure they were selling, slowly getting out of the position. And that's why when you hit your 9 count, a lot of times you're going to get a sell-off. We did. But vice versa, usually, you get your 9 and your 13 close together. You did get a rally. Now, it went down pretty much another 9 weeks on bonds. That was October of 23 when it finally bottomed out. Usually your bond market rallies before your stock market does, is what I've been told. But I don't know if that's exactly what it did or not, but I think it did, actually. I mean, look at SPY. It bottomed out in October also. So it looks like they bottomed out together. You got your 913. You only got 1 week of sell-off, and then it just kept on going. So I don't know. I think they're propping the market up, make it look good for the election. Soybean oil is set up really good. Soybean meal. I'm actually in a soybean meal trade. Hopefully it holds above my stop loss, but it really needs to get above the daily will stop value, which is 342.90 as of today. Is that right? Yeah. This doesn't update your price action live. I don't like that, but it is what it is. So let's see. Actual soybeans, they're set up for a rally. They should bounce sometime in the near future. You've got commercial money's all in. They have been since December 17th over here. I think you've got some seasonality to it too, I think. Should bounce. Wheat, probably going to come down another 7 weeks, 6-7 weeks. You don't have the commercial money in the buy zone. I'd probably leave it alone. So, if you're looking for stocks, let's run a scan on the stock scan. I can't remember. Let's see. Let me run my crypto crazy cowboy buy signal. See what we come up with. XRP hit February 5th, which we know about that. OHI, these are old. They came up on January 28th. I'm in OHI. I bought it. I'm in Veracity. I didn't buy XRP. I think there's bigger fish that'll go up more. It did go up 5%, almost 6% the next week. So it worked. Now this week you're giving up a little profit. It's going down 3%, but I think you'll get, a 7, 8, 9 week rally. We may only get a 4-week rally. I don't know. That's part of the forecast that I subscribe to, is guesstimating a rally for about 4 weeks. But I'm guessing with the halving event coming up in April, the halving should happen April 13th, I think. I believe it's the 13th. Let's see, NASDAQ. Let's look at Russell. I like Russell 1000. See if we got any stocks that are set up. I just have a hard time believing with a halving event coming up in April that we get a sell-off in March. That doesn't make sense to me, but we had FedEx last week. I believe it was. Yeah, it was on a 9 count last week. This week we got the rally. It hasn't even done 1% yet, but compared to crypto, that's pretty boring. IDA, whatever they do, I don't know anything about these companies. Paramount, they're beat up pretty good. They've definitely come way off the high over here in March of 21. This thing tanked like a crypto coin, man. But so I'd be careful with that. I don't know what's going on with their company, but this one's on a 9-week down. That looks like a natural cycle. Equity Lifestyle Properties. That's some kind of real estate company, I guess. It's already bouncing this week. So a lot of times that's a good sign. I prefer it to have a down on this 9 bar, but for a perfect setup. But UTHR, United Therapeutic. It had it last week. Hasn't got the bounce yet this week. PNW, Pinnacle West. It worked good. You got almost a 2% bounce this week so far. Off of this one, you got FedEx, you got DLB. It kind of worked. You got a bounce. It's not, tearing the roof off or nothing, but MOS, that one's flat. Geo's up a smidge. Grocery Outlet. Okay, that's kind of boring. So that's what I've been watching. Starbucks, I don't know. Starbucks never really took off. I don't know. Maybe it's just not seasonality. I don't know what's... Ideally, it needs to get above this 98.36 on a daily. You got above it here, and it went back below it here. So I don't know. That's you can do what you want on that, I guess. But let me add this Williams. Money flow. I need Williams money flow, and I need the Will Val. I really like using these two combined together for stocks or crypto. You can't use the COT index on stocks or crypto. You can only use it on commodities, but yeah. So you never really had money flow come in yet, and well, let me go to a weekly. Yeah, you did actually on a weekly, coming off the 9. You got 1 week rally here on bar number 11, I guess. You got a 4.6% rally. That's not bad for a week. It's about 1% a day. But then you gave it right back the very next week. Now this one, you might get your price bar flip, your 1 count confirmed going up this week if it holds strong. Depending on what the indexes do. If the Dow and the S&P are going down, the Nasdaq and the Russell, usually 75% of other stocks are going to follow. Everything's red today, pre-market. So I would anticipate, most everything's going to struggle if your major indexes are struggling too. This wolf, how did it do? It went up. That's Petco, yeah. 10 bar didn't do nothing, but the 11 bar did. You made 5.6% on the 11 bar. The next one you made 4.2%. So there's 9% in 2 weeks. That's not bad. Now you're giving up 3% this week, but that's just what stocks do. They don't go straight up. You're going to go up, down, do your little lightning bolt zigzag all the way up. But I think if you'll hold this, I like to hold things at least 6 weeks. Give it enough time to, get the meat and potatoes of the move, and then start taking profits. I think on week 6, you could wait for 7, 8, 9 week at the end of the week, and see. I think that's a decent, profit taking strategy. You can back test it on a chart if you have access to this TD sequential. It's been forever since they've had a rally on Starbucks, but you come over here and pull what's been kicking butt, MicroStrategy. I'm in MicroStrategy. See, like right here, week 7, if you got in down here anywhere close to the bottom, you hold it for 6 weeks. Now you did rally week 8, 9. You could have took some profit, 7, 8, 9. Now, on something that's really hot and really strong and has a lot of media attention, a lot of times you will get this blow off to a 12 or 13 count. It went to the 12, but then on the 13 bar you lost 23% that week. Bitcoin had a pretty rough week, had a little small correction. So you kind of got to take the good with the bad, I guess. But this is my portfolio today. Taking a beating on crypto. Everything's kind of running out of steam. I took profit on a couple already this morning. Cut my losses on one. Really watching, my stop losses. Just keeping a tight stop loss on things. Rule number 1 is don't lose money. I know, if you buy in anywhere close to the bottom, which we kind of have, since October of last year, if you bought in, now you did make a lower low on this one in January. But if you got in anywhere in here, if you hold this thing 2 years, at least a year, you're going to be pretty happy with it, I'm pretty sure. Unless we slip into a recession. That's the only what if. So anyway, just keep an eye on everything, and I'll cut this video short, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.